our government has transformed from soft state to the state willing to take risks. However, recent steps like tightening of FCR Act has got its criticism from the West. How do you see this criticism, sir?
Look, FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. This is an act of parliament that any entity, individual or entity, that is organization, that receives foreign contribution from foreign country, if it is a one-time contribution, there is no need for registration. But if it is a regular remittance, regular coming, then it has to have, that entity must have a registration done with the Home Ministry, Union Home Ministry. Now, this is one area through which the money comes from foreign country, foreign sources to India, not to government, it is to non-government entities. What we realized, that a number of NGOs, they were receiving FCRA grant, remittances, not called grant, remittances, thousands of crores, not one, brags, 100 crore, 50 crore, 20 crore, 10 crore, but we have several 100,000 NGOs. Some of them were receiving this FCRA and the donors were sitting in foreign country. They were sending money for activities which were prejudicial, which were anti-national in nature. Now, for example, let us say, here we are in Tamil Nadu. We have a nuclear plant in South, Kanyakumari district. Every time you start the work, there is a protest in the name of some in climate, some about the fallout, non-safety. And we realize that this money actually trail, those who are active here, nobody comes out of hungry stomach in the field to do it. So there has to be a support. The money trails goes to those entities in the foreign country, Europe, US, different countries, from where the money is being sent for these activities. So sometimes in the name of human rights, sometimes in the name of climate or green, environment, different names. For example, let us say in Northeast, every year there are shell entities sitting in Europe and US. They were sending more than 250 crore every year in the Northeast for conversion purposes. Should we allow that? Should there be a check? Should there be okay, there is no harm, you get foreign money, right, but it should not be used for a purpose which is harmful to our national interest. So for very long time this regulation was not, it was taken for granted that you can take money from anywhere you get it. This is a formality. At the most there is some corruption element involved. You pay some money to some staff here and there and get the registration. But in the process, our country started bleeding. Amnesty International, it has a big name, Amnesty International, sitting in Bangalore. They were receiving money and they were creating hurdles for many of our projects, national projects. You must have read in the newspaper, Vedinjam port. The port to land connectivity, it suffered 1 year plus. That people did not allow sitting on the road, no, we will not allow you to, because this port will destroy the marine life and the fisherman livelihood will be affected. Experts, National Green Tribunal, Supreme Court, everyone have said it is not going to affect. It is not going to affect the marine life, it is not going to affect the livelihood. But construction will not be allowed. And those who were doing, they were getting money from abroad. Now it gave a setback. Today at this point of time, when our country is rising, country is growing, progressing, you will have more and more pressure. There was a question of radicalization. Today, the foreign elements are not in a position to take on India directly. So our vulnerability is within. Create issues, create disharmony, create a situation which just stops the progress, create tensions, create riots. Now take the case of Esterlite in Thoothukudi. It was a purely foreign funded entire activities which led to the protest, unfortunate police firing, and that cost innocent lives. That is a very sad part of it. But they wanted this Esterlite to be closed because that Esterlite produced 40% of our copper need. And you know how copper is important? They closed it. Even now it remains closed 10 years down the line. And all those people, those who were behind, they were getting FCRA, foreign contribution. We said no. We need to be strict about it. It is not as strict even today, my view is, as it should be, but it's in the process. Criticism will be there. That's okay. People have freedom, constitutional right to protest and say something. That is perfectly all right. Government has to do its job. Government has to ensure that our national interests are protected. And anything that goes against that purposefully is meant to inhibit or retard our growth and create a problem, disharmony. So radicalization, what you see today, which is happening, they are also foreign funded mostly. If you look at the PFI, Popular Front of India, most of the fund it comes from outside. They have created India Fraternity Forum, India Fraternity Front. Very nice, very good name, isn't it? India Fraternity, haha. But this is all a label for getting all the money to create a problem, terrorist activity. All these people from India, whether from Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they went to ISIS, Islamic State, to Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. Most of 90% of them were through PFI. And they get money, FCRA comes. No, it is not acceptable. So, criticism will be there. After all, it is a freedom. You can criticize it.